man, it's not that serious. The First Amendment is first for a reason. The Second Amendment is just in case the first one doesn't work out. We gotta let some air out the ball, man.
It's gonna be one of them ones where I just look into the camera and I'm really annoyed and I'm gonna go for as long as I could go because I'm seeing the world fixate on something that I hold near and dear to my heart. So of course, I'm gonna have an opinion about it. If you didn't know, after 10 long years, GTA 6 has finally been announced and it's coming out in 2025. And on my side of the world, we're celebrating, we're popping that champagne and we're crying tears of joy. But I look over here on the other side of the world and I'm seeing stupidity from people who are fixated on not being able to escape reality because they're so fixated on politics, things being woke, and they're making mountains out of molehills. And I have shown you a few of them on the screen already. And I think to myself, why are you people this bored? Why are you fixating on this game that was never made for children being brought up to children? If you are a parent and you don't like this, don't buy your kid the game. It's just that simple. And if you're a parent that plays video games and you get this, don't allow your child to play the game. Just that simple, just that easy. Talking about banning the game is nonsensical. It's Grand Theft Auto, GTA. It is a series that has never been for kids. Put a pin in that. I'm gonna come back to it later. It's weird that there are people out there, and you could argue that it's a joke. You can argue about how this is bad representation. You can argue about how there are people out there who will be offended by this. If you are mad at a game company deciding to have a Latina character get dicked down by a white guy, you need to go the fuck outside and worry about your own dating life, because the people who do that hold the same fate as me, dying alone, and you are just as pathetic. But at least I'm honest about it, and I don't spread my types of negativity out to the world to see, because I want to have the same colored people have sex with each other, because that's what makes a good video game. But it doesn't stop there. There are individuals who are prominent in what you would call the conservative space that have their opinions about Grand Theft Auto, and yes, they're fucking stupid as well.
New GTA 6 is out. Have you ever played any GTA? This is a genuine question. I've never played any of them.
I believe that I played the first one. That's like a top-down, bird's-eye view kind of 2D game without any real graphic violence back when I was maybe 10 or 11 or 12, whenever it came out. I do recall that. But you know what? I want to speak about GTA 6 while you're on the topic, because now we're actually talking about something that's relatively important. Video games aren't necessarily evil. But, you know, I remember when video games, because I'm very old, I'm an old man. I remember you used to play a little man in a red hat trying to rescue a princess and teaming up with your brother. Now, if rescuing purity from evil while teaming up for your brother isn't a good theme of a video game.
Let me stop right there, because you might listen to that and think, oh, a guy in a red hat, that kind of reminds me of Mario. And I wonder, do Mario games still come out these days? Yes, they just, as of what, a month ago, 2 months ago, made a new version of rescuing something using a guy in a red hat, and you could play with your brother, you could play as the brother, you could play as the damsel in distress, you could play as weird toad-looking creature, and you could have fun. These games still exist. Why are we talking as if they are no longer on the face of the earth? And rather, flather, dather, cather, mather, bather, babber, 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 dabber, popper, copper, bather, nather, wather, babber, Rada, 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 rada.
That I don't really know what is. I'm not a fan of anyone under the age of 18, 21 maybe, playing video games where the goal is to shoot police officers. I just don't think that's good for society. With all the amazing graphics and engines and whatever people put into these video games, I feel like you could create a better objective with the game, you know? Maybe you are the police officer.
No, that's not their target audience. That's not what their, viewership or usership wants. And they're going to face boycotts, but they continue to do it over and over again anyway. Like, what's the incentive?
How is Rockstar going to face boycotts?
These broke records on YouTube. What?
Rockstar has dealt with... Okay, here's my response to that. Rockstar, since GTA was first conceived in a 3D model space, has constantly had boycotts against it. From the woke fucking super conservative people that were like, you can't kill people in games and there's strip clubs and titties. How dare you? How dare you? Bro, it's constantly gone through boycotts. It's constantly gone through people that are mad at the game. Like, these people are so stupid.
Point of view, you would think, my users hate when I do this and they don't buy my game. I'm going to stop doing this.
Maybe they...
But Rockstar's never done that. Why are you putting them under the umbrella of all other developers?
figured it out. They're trying to... They think everything is under Disney. And they think Disney's looking at the numbers of Rockstar and saying, well, shit, nobody's buying GTA 5. Even though GTA 5 is still making fucking money. That is a 11-year-old fucking game.
think the game is so good, the franchise is so good, it's going to sell no matter what. And they want to indoctrinate and give another perspective on life. Like, have you ever thought, hey, 15-year-old boy, have you ever thought what it was like to be a ex-convict single mother?
Hey, 15-year-old boy, have you ever thought about what it's like to be a black gangbanger?
Hold on, time out. This game is not for 15-year-olds. What the fuck?
Yeah, well, that would be my response. Let me ask you a question, kid. Do you ever want to be a gangbanger before?
Well, you should.
I don't know if that's the angle. I think it's more like two things happen. Rockstar hires a 24-year-old 10 years ago, and they're
A 24-year-old 10 years ago. Okay, where's this going?
they're working in the mailroom or something. 10 years later, they're in marketing and they're in their mid-30s. And they say, okay, so we're going to finally be it's been how long? Like 10 longer than 10 years, right? Since GTA 5 came out. Launching Grand Theft Auto 6, finally, the game is done. I'm sorry, actually, we should go back in time a few years. They said, we're conceptualizing this game. What should we do? And this person said, well, if you want to get people our age, you've got to make it, social justice. And the character should be a woman. It should be...
Nobody has fucking said that.
No, nobody has unironically said that.
Because not only are drag queens men who put on makeup, but they wear a lot of makeup. So you're buying a ton of products then.
Yep.
How many drag queens are buying shark cards for GTA Online?
Times more left-leaning, obviously, but also more permissive of inclusivity. Yeah. So I think, you saw with Bud Light such backlash because it was a male-dominated market. So I'm curious to see, in these male-dominated industries, if they continue to kind of push back against this stuff more so than women.
GTA 6 is going to be perfectly fine, you absolute dipshit. Unless they straight up ruin this character, right? They have an opportunity to tell a very good story. Like with Sadie Adler in, Red Dead Redemption 2, right? They have that opportunity. If they fuck up that opportunity, I'll eat my words. But something tells me, based on Rockstar's history of writing women, we're not going to have that problem.
Like with Baldur's Gate, we talked about that. Baldur's Gate 3 comes out, and you can literally make your character some kind of freakish abomination.
Mm-hmm.
You can make it like an orcish woman with a beard and just go wild with it.
Wait.
Isn't that just customization?
I don't know, design your own character.
What? Motherfucker?
That is so many games. Just because Rockstar has a dedicated character doesn't mean that's what it is. And then GTA Online, you get to make your own character. What is this guy fucking talking about?
I think what they're thinking with GTA is that so the big issue people are pointing out is the main character's female. It's never been done before. And I'm not, I agree with some of the counter critique. It's just because they make a character that's female that you play does not inherently make the game woke or whatever. They might be thinking like, well, yeah, we've done nothing but dudes. I mean, maybe we make a female character. But if you guys have played GTA, right?
Yep.
You've never played GTA?
No, I've never played GTA.
You guys, look
Then
at this.
why the hell are you talking?
We're not the target audience.
No, we're not.
Why would I want to pick up a game where I'm going to run around opening fire onto random cars, mercilessly beat people in the street, steal things, and there's a whole lot of other really awful things you can do in the game, but do it as a woman. It's like, okay.
But as a woman, so what? Women commit crimes.
How do these people actually go outside?
Well, a game involving like shooting up cop cars and committing crimes and beating people up. Yeah, I'd rather, how can I do that as a woman?
In every game, you can run around and just beat random people and shoot them and just do all this crazy shenanigans. But now it's like you're a woman doing it. Okay, so here's the game. You're a woman, you run around Miami, you run up to a random guy and swing at him, and then he punches you one time and you're dead and you wake up in the hospital.
So, okay,
Stop.
Like-
Stop.
like-
Let
wait,
me do it. Please let 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 me do it.
Go.
If you never played Grand Theft Auto, You are a fucking psychopath. You are somebody who is a character. Now, it could be a man. It could be a middle-aged white guy going through a divorce. It could be a trailer park trash white guy who's on drugs all the time. It could be a black guy. It could be a fucking Russian who has a cousin who wants to go bowling. It could be a mob boss in Miami. It could be motherfuckers at Grove Street. Motherfuckers, you're a character being a psychopath. You have more than just your fist. You have guns. You have C4s. You can go steal a tank from the fucking army. You know why you could do all this shit? It's a video game. Jesus Christ. I'm
So
joining
there's a
you.
storyline, and then there's missions, and then GTA 5 is heavily online.
Yeah, I feel like the way you're describing it, you would want the strongest character, right? And it's like this.
Shut up, hole.
You know what's crazy? You know what's crazy? They brought up GTA
Shut up,
Online.
Paul.
You could make a female character and it could do the same shit as the fucking man. I don't want a realistic fucking game where the women are weaker and I must choose to live a fucking boring ass lifestyle. I'm not fucking taking video game advice from you fucking failures. You know what's crazy? These motherfuckers will sit there and say, we need more escapism. Everyone's tired of all the propaganda. They need something to escape from. And then when you get it in the form of Grand Theft Auto, it's a fucking problem because no, it's propaganda. And yet you have not described one piece of propaganda. You've just been bitching.
No, look. I've played every GTA since the first one on PC, which was a top-down view, and like you can barely see your little guy and you're running around. It's funny. Then GTA 3 comes out and it's 3D and we're all excited. I have never played the missions. Never. The moment I get GTA, I turn it on and I immediately just walk around, steal a car, crash into buildings, launch in the air, explore the map, and just go totally hog wild.
Stop.
Okay,
Pause.
what's gonna change? Wait, what's gonna change?
So you don't even play the story. You just do what basically children do when their parents just give them the controller. You dick around.
Bro, he doesn't understand how like Rockstar is one of the better companies for actual world building and character development. He doesn't know any of that shit. He's just like, yeah, I like to drive around and shoot shit.
So I propose someone mod the game, assuming it comes out for PC, I think it is, and they can call it Realistic Edition, and you can play the same woman, and when you run up to a guy and swing at him, it doesn't hurt him, and then he hits you once, you go down, and
Oh God
See,
forbid that we have
boring.
realism.
See, boring.
Boring.
This is why I will not buy. If these motherfuckers come out with a video game, I'm not buying it. These motherfuckers don't know what the fuck it is to have fun. Not at all. No siree fucking Bobby.
And based on these photos, let me just point out, the lady be wearing a lot of makeup for somebody who is in
No. You can't do that. You can't just be like, I mean, when you look at her,
I mean,
What?
She might be transgender.
It's funny that they have this female character, in prison garb. I mean, the photo is interesting. Fairly broad shoulders, fairly flat chest, masculine facial features.
What is happening? Bro, she's in jail. She's probably been working out this whole time. That's what you do in jail.
I know what everyone's going to do. Every time I've played GTA, and I think I've only bought GTA 4. I don't know if I bought 5. All I do is I get the cheat codes. What I love doing, and I think it's GTA 5, is activating Super Punch and Super Jump and Invincibility. And I just have the guy run around and punch people and go boom, and they go flying.
So why is there an issue if the woman could do that too?
So wait, Chris,
It's a video game.
I cracked
It's a
the code.
video.
I cracked the code. She gets the game, right? And then he says, oh, I just, fuck around with the cheat codes. And I do super jump and I do super punch, unrealistic shit. But if a woman does it, oh God, it's just not realistic enough.
It's just not realistic. But I can have super punch and super jump too.
Yeah. I could jump in the air and do unrealistic shit as a man because a man is a man, but a woman,
Bro,
well, fuck
listen,
that mommy
a real
milker.
man.
That's all I care about. And then you put in the code to spawn a jet, and then you fly around. I never once have ever played GTA in any legitimate way. I always just run around and do random nonsense. So
Congratulations, you're missing out on a great game.
with 2 women of color in prison.
2 women of color in prison. Excuse me, one of those women has a job. The other one is in prison.
See? I told you.
What are you talking about?
This is 2 years of this. We're going on a ride,
Wait,
baby.
There's 2 women of color in prison. One of them is in a jumpsuit. The other one looks like they have a job.
I know you like these people. I know you favor some of these people, and you might be offended that I am about to criticize all the shit that I heard in the past 3, maybe 5-ish minutes. But guess what? It is a video game based around being a psychotic criminal and wanting a game where you are a woman as the main protagonist, if you didn't know about that, going up to random man, punching and say owie as if a woman has never in the history of the world ever knocked out a man, and then that man punch her, she's wasted, and she ends up in the hospital. I'm sorry, that's a boring ass game. That's not fun at all. It's more fun to pull a fucking RPG out of your vagina and blow these motherfuckers to smithereens. Why? Because it's Grand Theft Auto. Time to take the pin out because I forgot to mention it in the video, but this is a game that is rated M for mature, meaning if you are not mature, this is not for you. Ergo, if you are a child, this is not for you, and you are going to have a parent who's really cool with you to get this game for you. And if you are somebody who does not want to buy a game like this for your child, just that simple, don't buy it. There's no talk of banning this game. You just don't buy the game for your child. And if you're an adult who plays video games and you have kids, don't allow them to play the game. All this pointless babble about wanting to ban the game is ridiculous, and it comes from people who don't know how to fucking escape their bedroom and go outside and escape what it means to be a part of this mundane world of nonsense. Don't bring up any other game. Don't bring up Saints Row. Don't bring up Mario Kart. Don't bring up 2K. This is Grand Theft Auto. You are playing as a psychopath, whether if it's the old ones with the top-down view and you're running around blowing shit up, running from the cops, or if you're in San Andreas, Los Santos, Vice City, shooting shit up like a mob boss, robbing banks, blowing up buildings. How could you possibly get mad at a game based around that? And especially Tim Pool, who admits he's never even played any of the fucking missions. He just goes around slapboxing people. That's boring. You do nothing in the game, yet you're bitching, moaning, complaining, begging for the character to be trans so that you can make videos about woke indoctrination because you're that fucking bored. You sit there and you wonder why people question how you operate when you admit you're the bozo who doesn't know how video games work. It is a sandbox where you fuck the world up and become a nuisance for everybody. That's the enjoyment of Grand Theft Auto. That is the need for Grand Theft Auto. That is the reason I'm a criminal mastermind on GTA Online. It's because I go on the game, I blow shit up, and I sell weed for fun because it's what you do in the game. You complaining about women twerking on cars is nonsensical. Complaining about Latinas being very much in the area and people of color being in the state of Florida is nonsensical. The only real critique anybody has made about the game is the fact that they're in Vice City again. People want it in New Orleans, people want it in Brooklyn, people want it in some other area, Baltimore, Chicago. They want more cities, and that's the only legit criticism people got. The rest of this shit is people being mad at the air, and it's really strange how these conservative type individuals will say these things about the game, because you would think to some individuals they sound based and they're winning and fighting back against the culture war, but to me, this guy right here, I hear you and what you say about this game in particular. I'm not talking about Disney, I'm not talking about Marvel, I'm not talking about Star Wars. Leave all that shit to geeks and gamers. They got it. They're the ones that can give you more information about that. I don't watch that shit. I am focusing on Grand Theft Auto, and when I see people like that complain the way they complain, I don't think they're based. I don't think they're cool. I don't think they're fighting back. They sound like the random liberal people who bitch about white families being in coloring kids' books.
Happy Friday, but can I ask you a serious question? How is it 2023 and this, I'll show you in a minute, is what we are saying the majority of families look like? This is the majority families. Don't get me wrong, there are families like that, and those families have plenty of things dedicated to them, movies and books and holidays and all the things. Why, like, if we're really getting serious about what people think teachers are doing in the classroom, why is that on a book? Why is that a picture representing families? I'm just asking on this Friday.
It is piss poor and it's embarrassing. Find something else to talk about that actually holds some fucking weight and ground. A video game that is a literal representation of this real world where you could actually escape it and blow shit up, not gonna stick. Pick something else that you want to complain about and call woke. this specific franchise is not the one. And I'm gonna tell you this to end this video. I don't know anything about the story of the game. All I know is that it's some form of a Bonnie and Clyde type deal. And if there is a scene where you were to go up to some transgender area and you were able to shoot up the area, I'm pretty sure a few of you might call that base. And you're a little bit out of the pocket for that one. But guess what? It's a sandbox where you can say it's all what you could do and you can do whatever you want. So if you want to run people over, you can do that. If you want to rob a bank, you could probably do that too. Rob a gas station, you could probably do that too, because it's a way for you to escape reality. There's a reason why I played that Dave Chappelle audio at the beginning of the video. It's to say, hey, in this world where there's a lot going on, there's all these popping circumstances, there's all these people getting mad about this, that, and the third, you need something to let air out of that ball. And I hope you people watching this, even if you disagree that I'm using examples of some people that you might like or people you dislike, I hope you have something that will get you out of the mindset of constantly thinking about gloom and doom. I hope you have the ability to have fun in your life. I hope you're sitting around and not just constantly doom scrolling, hoping that you see something that makes you get up and say, huzzah, I am now right about something. And I hope you're out there having fun. I hope you have something to escape reality from. Don't tell me you can't do it because everything's this, that, and the third. You need to find something, because being this bad and drastic about everything is a little bit miserable. And I hope the best for some of y'all, but there are some of you that I hope the absolute worst for, because you wake up and want everybody to be miserable just like you. And I'm here to say, in regards to Grand Theft Auto, I'll be playing it day one and I'm gonna be blowing up a lot of shit. Subscribe to the channel and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.